Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction with the Ghost and our little dragon, Lucifer. Little Lucy. So we're here today with House of the Dragon, the prequel Game of Thrones series. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Very excited. I remember showing you, I showed her earlier this week the Fire Will Rain little promo, and she was like, that looks awesome. I'm like, yeah.
I'm excited to see all these dragons. Because they had dragons in Game of Thrones, but
Not much.
not much.
I think they said there's like 17 or 19 dragons, like different dragons in
and
the
what
show.
Daenerys had 3.
Only 3. And then they slowly started dying off in season 7, and yeah, down to 1. But the first episode is the heirs of the dragon. So essentially, I guess, like the heirs of the Targaryens. Because that's, you know, it's like set, I think, 200-something years. Hi, now she came over here. Before the events of Game of Thrones. So there's still some time to where we don't know exactly what happened. Because it's based off that Fire and Blood book over there that George wrote. And that's what they think happened. This is what actually happened. But you're probably just excited for dragons and craziness. Because we don't know these characters. We don't know.
All brand new.
All brand new characters. I mean, the trailers have been pretty good at showing kind of like the conflict for the Targaryens. The whole point of this is the conflict with the Targaryens. But I'm going to have a conflict with you. That's what I want to do right now. Yes, smell my face for food that isn't there. Yes. So are you ready to get into it and see what it's all about? And hopefully we'll like it. Hopefully.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Let's
go.
Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen.
Viserys Targaryen remains.
Oh, so he was selected.
over her.
And she's
not happy.
Would not.
Jesus.
So 172 years. Okay. Before Daenerys. I like that.
Yeah, I like how they...
Yeah, they got rid of the rest of it. The last time we saw this was very different. We had Daenerys destroying King's Landing.
People don't even care. Like, that is so cool.
Times were different back then, yeah.
This looks big at Daenerys.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
He was an outlander. That's why I
am
recognize him.
relieved.
That saddle. Like a horse.
Well, it makes sense. I guess back then, riding dragons was more normal.
Yeah.
I'd rather serve as a knight and ride to battle in glory.
Okay. Must be a warrior.
We have royal... Now take a bath. You stink of dragon.
What exactly does it smell like?
What's that to him? There's a boy in the queen's belly. I know.
How do they know for sure?
They don't know. They don't know.
He's
My
just
heir will
guessing.
soon put all of this.
Watch me another girl and like, oh shit, wait a minute.
Looks cool. I like the swords all around it.
Yeah.
Can you say yet what it is?
What the hell?
Sent inquiries to the Citadel. They
You're
are searching the
being
texts
infected, I
of
bet.
similar cases.
It's whatever it is. It needs to be kept quiet.
This child is a boy, am I?
Yeah.
I'm
I
certain
don't
of
know.
it.
I'm telling you it's not.
I've never been more certain of anything.
Commander on the floor.
You're a pack of hounds, sated, known for the hunt.
Okay. Are they just attacking anybody?
They're attacking the town?
What the hell? No! Oh shit!
Oh, we got to go cut off his head.
Yep. Well, we've seen this before. John had to do it.
It was an unprecedented roundup of criminals of every ilk. Your brother.
So they went after
was
criminals.
meeting
But are they
out
sure
the
they were
summary
all
judgments
criminals?
I
himself.
mean, yeah, I don't know.
Our city should be safe for all its people.
He's got a
I
point.
could.
But Pro's
I
probably
just
not
hope
the
you
best
don't have to
idea.
maim half of my city to achieve this.
I think my bronze bitch is happier for my absence.
Lady Rhea is your wife, a good and honourable lady of
Seems
the
like
Vale.
he's
Vale men are said to fuck sheep instead of women. I can assure you, the sheep your own lady wife passed recently. Did she not?
Queen Emma has begun her labours.
And you're their wife?
Jesus. She probably doesn't like that fact. Oh, by the way, you were never queen.
The queen that never was.
It never was. Hightower. I think it's Hightower.
He's the only one that doesn't have like a full face shield. That'd be dangerous if you got stabbed in the face. Like, you'd die.
Ooh. Ooh.
Baby was born.
Is it a boy?
Not a boy.
Oh, it's not a boy.
I bet it's not a boy.
Yeah.
The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the vapor failed.
Oh, it's worse. Oh no. Oh no.
What the hell?
I guess they can just do that. Just duke it out.
70 years since King Mabel's end.
Jesus.
These nights as green as summer grass. None have known real war.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
It's okay. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
God damn it.
To make an impossible choice.
He has to
No.
choose.
To sacrifice one, cutting directly into the womb to free the infant.
So basically,
But
a
there is
C-section.
7 house bells. I'm going to bring the babe out now.
He's not even tell her.
Oh my god.
Ooh! He's gonna kill him. It's gonna happen.
They're doing all this and it's not gonna be a boy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a boy at all. Ooh.
You have a son.
It is his son.
Ugh. But the sacrifice he had to make for it.
Right, they used to light him on fire.
Yeah. Well, back then I think it was for the walkers. Well, yeah, back then it might be different. I don't know.
The baby died too? What happened to the baby?
I don't know.
That of your succession. These recent tragedies have left you without an
His
obvious
wife
heir. The king
just got burned.
Yeah.
my lord hand. The realm.
And for him to
or this
take place,
council.
he would have
No
to die.
one here
right?
can know what Daemon would do were he king, but my brother would murder me. Take my crown.
We might.
Are you? Not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
She didn't decide to die. You killed
She
her.
had no choice in the matter.
You killed her.
Offer him comfort.
What kind of comfort?
In his chambers.
What?
You
What
might
just
wear
ate?
one of your mother's dresses.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
That's pretty cool. Like
Yeah.
a sculpture of King's Landing.
It's a favorite of mine.
The king's son.
Styling him the heir for a day.
You will address me as your grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue.
My family has just been destroyed. I have only ever defended you. Yet everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face.
You've only ever tried to send me away.
They could die right here and now.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
Power.
What?
And it happens.
Targaryen must understand this to be king. Or queen. There's something else that I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand, but you must hear it.
I, Rickon Stark,
Winter.
Lord of
Stark.
Winterfell.
Aegon's of absolute darkness. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. A king or
against
queen.
Daenerys.
Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire.
That's the title of the
The
series.
secret.
King of the Andals and the Rhaenyra.
So much better.
The first men.
Doesn't seem too thrilled.
No.
No. That was intense.
Yes, it was.
Teeny bit.
A lot of murdering.
Yeah, more than I thought in this first episode. I think it's interesting that Rhaenyra, the daughter, that the first time you ever see her, she's flying on that dragon, and then she's like, "Yeah, I don't want to be on the throne. I just want to be a fighter. Essentially, doesn't want nothing to do with this." And now she's heir. I feel bad. Because, I mean, this was brutal because she had no idea that her father made this decision to kill her mother.
No. That was a tough decision.
I mean, back then things were different, so... But, I mean, he was right.
Did get a boy.
And then they throw a twist. Oh, by the way, the boy didn't survive.
Yeah. As it really said, what, king for a day or something?
Heir for
a day.
What'd you think overall of the episode?
I thought overall it was pretty good.
What did you think of it, Lucy? You were asleep the whole time, so.
It was brutal, but
I mean, yeah, it was definitely brutal, especially when Damon, who would have been heir, the brother, got the gold cloaks or whatever.
The guards. Yeah. Just went on a killing spree.
Started killing people, chopping off arms and shit.
Appendages.
And we thought for a second, okay, are we actually killing just random people or attacking random people? But then they said they rounded up all these criminals.
But how do they know they're all criminal? Like, how did they confirm they were all criminals?
Yeah, that's the question. How did they know?
They were just going through the town.
They're just attacking random people. Unless they knew, like, faces? I don't know. There's a lot of people he sent out, though. And then their whole thing was, well, we're not going to go after you now, but if you do it again, can I help you with something? Can I help you? You didn't watch the episode, so you don't know what's going on. But I think that it was pretty brutal in that aspect. And especially the jousting, too.
Yeah.
Like,
at one point, they all got down and they were
bunch of fighting.
Cutting each other in the head. And
bunch of fighting going on.
Yeah.
Bunch of fighting going on. And just killing people. And I'm like, and then we had that whole conversation with the queen that never was.
I like that they call her that. I think it was funny.
And just hold the baby. Move the baby over.
Or pass her back and forth.
Yeah, pass her back and forth. But they're just having that conversation about, just another fight. And then there was no, like, they weren't even really reacting to it. They're just like, whatever, it just happens. I thought that Damon was going to go after that one guy that asked for the princess's,
And then when he took off his helmet, I was so scared that he was going to get his head chopped off or something.
I was, like, worried. I'm like, oh, boy, this is going to be bad. And thankfully,
he left him be.
He's fine for now. This show is known for deaths, though.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, it was a bunch of brutal stuff happening. So, what'd you think of the girl... I forget her name, but Hightower's daughter, who was we were like questioning what's her relation to Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
I liked that there was like a sisterly thing going on there, but then there was that really weird moment where Hightower sent her in to go talk to the king. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah. Seemed like there was gonna be more than just talking.
That's what I thought, but I'm like, I don't think he's gonna do this. Can I help you with something? So Damon was exiled. I'm guessing that red dragon was his.
I'm guessing. It was that dragon and then the golden dragon we saw at the very beginning. They were definitely different.
Species.
Yeah.
Like that one had a longer neck.
It seemed like its body was a lot more thin and it was longer.
And that was a different dragon that burned the bodies, I think.
That gold dragon, I think, was from the beginning.
Oh, okay, so it might have been the same one. I don't know.
I think that gold dragon that burnt the bodies was the same one at the beginning because Rhaenyra told the dragon what to do. So it seems like that might have been more...
Like her dragon or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, like the very first shot you see like he's naming the current king.
Oh, the next, and there's like the two choices. And
between the queen and the king.
And you saw in her face, she was
not happy. But I liked the shot, like it seemed like the building was... Broken.
I wonder where this was. I think they might have said where it was. Might have to go back or like replayed like the scene. Like they were. I think a voiceover might have said where they were. I was curious. Like I don't know what this place is, but it looks really cool. I think they showed that in the trailer.
I really liked it.
It was interesting.
Like broken down building.
Was that guy the king? I don't even know who that guy was. Who was
in the middle? Yeah, I believe he was probably king.
King of something or ruler of something.
I think he was probably the king
announced
of them, and then he probably passed because he was naming his next heir.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and because he had the white hair, so it kind of makes sense he's a Targaryen. Yeah, she definitely wasn't happy, and we've seen in the trailers where she, who was not chosen as queen, is talking to Rhaenyra about different. So like there's different like dialogue they're pulling from. It sounds like I think she says to her, "There's never been a queen on the Iron Throne," and we know, based off of unless history's completely wrong, Rhaenyra never gets on the throne. Because Daenerys is the first person who actually becomes queen, but she never technically sits on the throne because Jon kills her.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen.
I feel based on that, I feel like the brother will do something. The brother that they just exiled. He's gonna come back, and I'm sure he's gonna do something because he's bad. Because the throne should be his.
I mean, literally, he was the heir. I mean, that's why he made that whole thing in the whorehouse, as they call it in the show, the whorehouse.
The whole speech.
And he says heir for, we're mentioning Bael or something, his name, heir for the day.
That's such a strange name.
Yeah, and then the whole thing of where Viserys is like, you talked about my son in that way, and instead of grieving with me or being with me or Rhaenyra, who lost her mother and her brother, you're off at a whorehouse celebrating the fact that you're heir again, essentially. Do you agree with that? This is my dragon right here. Breathe fire, Dracarys! Dracarys! Yeah, wag that tail. Dragons wag their tails, so it'll be fine. I'm trying to think anything else from chat. I mean, I think the council meetings are definitely interesting. They have like those little balls or something.
Little, they're like plates, and then they put.
Is that
when they come in, they bring their ball they put it in there.
Is like a thing to like show like they're in attendance, or something?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Are they all from different houses?
I think
in that meeting.
I think they're just a part of the council. Because we did see people from different houses. Like we had someone Rickon Stark. Rickon Stark show up.
And see, it would make sense to bring in the different balls if you're like from a different
house.
That would make sense, but I don't understand if they're in the same house.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if they're in attendance or not in attendance, they would know based on the empty chairs or whatnot. So
yeah, because
I don't quite understand that.
They literally called a meeting when Daemon wasn't there, and he was listening.
Yeah, he was behind the wall.
I was like, that's like the worst timing ever. He just lost his wife, who had to make a decision to save whatever baby is in there, and the baby still dies, and they go, okay, so we have to discuss your heir. And they're like having arguments. Well, there's never been a queen on the throne, and all this. What I was trying to say was they were all arguing different people's, and then as soon as Hightower says Rhaenyra, they're like, no, a woman's never been. Like, yeah, but it's like, who else is going to be? Because Daemon can't be trusted. He can't be even trusted right now.
Yeah. Because
he says to Hightower, Viserys, like, you called him a tyrant. You know, and then Daemon made a point when they're in that, when they were in the throne room, saying, well, you pushed me away.
Yep.
I'd protect you. No one else would. Like, how would you not? Like, protect me from what? I'm like, well, what was going on with the whole thing about Viserys telling Rhaenyra, oh, by the way, Aegon, since seeing the end of man, a great winter is coming from the north.
Yeah.
So they've known this long, or at least it's implied that somebody, like, there was information of, I guess they all knew that winter was coming, but I guess they didn't realize that eventually when that winter comes, the White Walkers will come with it.
Yeah. So, and they said it was like over 172 years before Daenerys. Yeah. So we've been waiting this long for winter?
I wonder if, they've mentioned, I think, before in Game of Thrones, there's been other winters, but I don't know if it's like, since this time to Game of Thrones, there's never been a winter.
Yeah.
I think there may have been some. I don't even know. I guess you'd have to really look at the quotes from the Game of Thrones show to see if there was any reference. Like 50 years ago, there was a winter. So there was winters before then, and then Game of Thrones now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of Targaryens got to keep up with, it seems.
Yeah, there are.
Lots of Targaryens. Because I'm lucky I was even pull out Rhaenyra, the princess, Viserys, the king, and Daemon, the brother of the king, and then the queen that never was. I don't know her name, but
queen that never was. We'll call it
for right now until we figure it out, because that's just how it is. Anything else we forgot to mention while our dragon is going crazy? Our dragon's going crazy over here. She's trying to blow fire, and the sneezing is just not helping. I think we covered everything in particular. Like, everything that was, I think, important to the episode. It was just a lot of, just setup and build up.
Yep.
I'm expecting more dragons in episode 2.
I hope so. That's one thing I wish there was more of in this episode, was dragons. Because I was so excited.
Yeah.
Because you've seen, through all the trailers and promos, all these dragons, and we only saw 2. Well, I guess 3 appearances, but
of dragons.
I think just 2 dragons.
Well, we've had this dragon too, so this dragon's popping up. That's a ferocious dragon. It's hunched, ready to Dracarys. They failed. But yeah, good stuff. I mean, I'm excited for the next episode. Because now with Daemon being, where's he going? I mean, he was sent somewhere, but is he really going to stay there?
Where's he gonna go?
I mean,
and then you heard like the dragon as it went black.
Yeah, and
which I liked
her face. She's like, she doesn't want this.
No,
she doesn't want this.
She doesn't
at all.
want it.
No,
she wanted to be a soldier.
And then we've seen in the trailers where Daemon, it seems like he shows back up at one point, because we see on a bridge, like looks like it's going to King's Landing. We see Daemon on one side of this bridge, and then Hightower's over here. Like I think there's like a confrontation or something, because I feel Daemon is going to come for the Iron Throne. Now, when I did my trailer reaction a few months ago, I mentioned, well, it was like it was at Comic-Con, and they showed more of the conflict of the Targaryens, and I was mentioning, some people were commenting saying, you really don't know what's going to happen. Like, you think the Daemon stuff, but there's a lot more going on you don't know. I'm like, okay, well, that's awesome, because there's got to be more than just, I think, Daemon. Because they did mention in that meeting, there are other people that could be an heir, that I think are going to try to claim to be the heir, or something.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I'm loving that it's back, though.
It feels good to be back. And seeing the dragon flying over King's Landing, like, it's weird, because the last time we saw this, Daenerys was burning King's Landing. And then there was that shot of it flying over, and we pointed out, people are just walking. No response, because they're just used to it.
Yep.
A lot of talk about their homeworld, Valeria, I think it's called Valeria, being destroyed, because we actually see Tyrion, when he was captured and being taken to Daenerys, they go through the water and there's the stone men, but the Valeria, like how it fell and everything. So they talked a lot about how Valeria, where the Targaryens came from, fell, and they don't want to repeat it, and they do repeat it. So, okay, we're gonna go, and we're gonna let this dragon have her toys again, because this dragon's getting really furious. Gonna blow some fire, right? Anyways, we will talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
It's been a long time, guys.